Good morning, everyone. About, I think it was like a month ago, I did a notebook and a plan part 1 on my YouTube channel, and if you guys didn't see that, you can go over there and watch it when you're all finished here. But I talked about in that video how I was going to continue on with part 2, and then I got super busy and I filmed it one day, but I had to go back and do some other things to add in. And so long story short, life gets crazy and I still have it on my camera, but I need to edit it and get it all uploaded. And I wanted to get that information to you guys sooner than I would be able to do that. So I am actually just going to talk about it live here, and then I'm going to take this video and put it on my YouTube, and people can follow up there as well. I'm going to kind of quickly review what part 1 was about. So in case you missed it, part 1 is about using a notebook to run your business. And it's really kind of basic stuff, but when I put everything in a notebook, I just feel like I am on track. I know where to find everything. When I stop using my notebook, I start feeling anxious because I'm looking through my messenger for my contacts. I'm going through my emails. I'm going through my Facebook posts. I'm going through my Instagram messages. Who am I supposed to be sending samples to? When's the last time I followed up with this person? What was the last thing they said? And I'm searching all of these places looking for that information, and it's a waste of my time. And so the notebook is where you are going to keep it all. And I love that it says stuff I'm likely to forget, because how true is that? We have to write it down. So in part 1 of the notebook, you were to get a notebook. You can get a notebook in the dollar section. You can get a notebook anywhere. You can use an old notebook, start fresh. And what you're supposed to do in the very front of the notebook, which mine is not that because I use this for something a little bit different, but this is actually kind of it. These are names of people. And what I did is I went through my Frank's list. So Frank stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and then the last one is people you know through your kids. But I say it's like new people. It's people that you haven't met yet. It's new acquaintances in your life. It's people that you might meet through parties. And you're going to go through that list and you're going to sit down for like 30 minutes to an hour, and you are just going to write down every one you can think of. If someone comes to your mind and you think, oh, that person probably won't like Posh, write them down. Don't prejudge anyone. Don't assume that anyone's going to not be interested in Posh. You never know. And when you count someone out, you're discounting yourself and your business. You are possibly missing a huge connection in your business and you don't even know. So write everyone down. Now, from that point, I think is kind of where I left off. What are you going to do after you have that list? So after you have that list, you are going to start working through the people. So on mine right here, I have like some potential recruits. And these were people who I had talked to at one time who were interested in joining, who I needed to follow up with. So once I have them on this page and I find a kind of like a connection or a reason to talk to them, I make them their own page. So I have right here, this was going to be my Frank page where I went through, you guys, let me turn this down so you guys can see. My Frank page where I went through everyone. And then let's say I had Shelly. I know that Shelly is interested in joining. So on a new page, I would take it right here and write her name at the top. So we have Shelly. And you guys can do this with whatever you have, whether it's recruits, sales. And now Shelly has her own page. So anytime I talk to Shelly, I am going to make a note on this page. So 1017, sent a recruit package or a sample pack to Shelly, supposed to get it on such and such date. So then I would go back to this page when she receives it, and I would say, this is like where I'm going to write everything about her. She tried the hand cream, hasn't tried the face stuff yet. I'll follow up in 2 more days. Meanwhile, you're creating pages like this for everyone that you come in contact with. So your notebook could be full of information, full of contacts, full of notes to help you continue following up with people. When you write down everything, it makes it really easy to follow up with someone because you know exactly what you said last and where you left off versus having to look through all your messages. Wait, did I talk to her since then? Have I sent her an email? Have I seen her since that date? in your notebook, you would have all of that information. So it makes it really easy to keep a conversation going without feeling repetitive. Also in the notebook, say Shelly decides that she is not interested in joining right now, but she does want to place an order. So she places an order, and I know right now on the website you can't see what she ordered, but let's just say I send Shelly a message and I say, I see you placed an order. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to get it. What products did you choose? Shelly can go into her order history and see what she ordered. So eventually that's going to get fixed on our end, but for right now, you can ask your customer what they ordered. So say Shelly says, I ordered a BFF and a Night and Day and a Honey Honey because I wanted to try some of your favorites that have the $6 off right now. So then in here, I can write, she ordered BFF, Night and Day, Honey Honey. And then when I start going back through my notes later in the month, I could see that Shelly had ordered these products, and I can go back to her and I could say, hey, I just want to see how you're liking the BFF. How do you like using the Honey Honey? Have you been using it daily? And I'm able to reference the exact products that she picked because I have it right here in my notes. So that's one thing that I love about keeping a notebook like this, is that I can literally keep every little detail, and it makes it so easy to follow up with people. In addition, so BFF, I think that that's something that people order every 3 to 4 months, typically. That's how long a bottle of BFF lasts me, so that's what I assume it lasts other people. So when I write right here that on 10/4, Shelly ordered BFF and Night and Day, I know then I can make a note, follow up with her in January to see if she needs to reorder BFF. Start off the new year contacting her and asking her if she needs to reorder. If you contact someone about possibly reordering before they've actually run out of their product, they're way more likely to reorder, because if someone runs out of a product and they haven't heard from you lately, they might think, I can probably just go to the store and grab a face wash. Do I really need to find, where to order it? Versus if you approach them and they already have it on their mind, oh, I do need that BFF and mine is almost out. Okay, I'm going to order from you. So they're more likely to order from you if you reach out first before they get to the point of actually needing the product. So that's one thing I like to do in my notebook as well, is keep track of when they might be out of a certain product. So once you have pages like this, in my notebook, sometimes I'll show you guys a page. I do other stuff. Like here's people's orders. So if I do a bulk order on my page, even though I'm keeping track and the invoices are all through PayPal and I could easily go through PayPal and look it up, I like to have it in my notebook. Even though it takes me maybe 5 to 10 minutes more time, I like to have it all right here, because I could see right here, Jenny, she ordered Suns Out moisturizer. So I can go to her and say, hey, the summer's almost over, but I have these moisturizers and I know that you liked it this summer. Would you like to grab another before it's gone for the winter? Or things like that. So it's just really close to see. This information would also be on the customer page that I have set, but that's in another notebook because my notebooks have grown. So because she was one of my first customers, so she's going to be on a different page. But right here I can go back to my sale and say, this sale was about 2.5 months ago. So I can go through here and look at what these people ordered in the sale and kind of reach out to them that way as well. So basically your notebook becomes your guide to your business instead of having information all over the place, which I am guilty of doing still sometimes, because I get caught up in just being on Facebook or just following up with people on Instagram or just doing it in events. And I really lose track of some customers, and I know that that hurts my business, and I know that that hurts my potential recruits that I might have, because I'm not following up with them the way I should. So if you have your notebook and you've already started your Franks list, every time you talk to someone on your Franks list, remember, they're going to get their own page. I'm looking at some other pages I can show you guys. That's pretty much the best ones. Everyone's going to get their own page, and then you go through and you start working on those pages. And on your Franks list, we don't want to, just because you all of a sudden have this list of 100+ people, we don't just want to start reaching out to all of them and kind of spamming them. It's going to be overwhelming for you because you can only handle so many potential customers and recruits at a time. And it's just not going to set the right tone with those new potential customers and recruits either. You want it to be genuine. Go through the list and maybe you see that it's someone's birthday and you send them a message that says happy birthday or something like that, and then you get into a conversation and somehow Posh is brought up. You don't just want to send out messages like, hey, would you be interested in trying some of my products in my business? You kind of want to lead into it with a personal message. So that's why I like the Frank's list, because it helps me go through and I start thinking of all those people, and then when they're fresh on my mind and I review my list every few days, I can think of more natural ways to start a conversation with someone. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. But that is the general consensus on how to do the notebook part of the business. So you guys saw part 1 on my YouTube, and now this is part 2. And I will go ahead and post this and try and edit some of it out. But I wanted to hop on here and do it versus having you guys wait even longer for me to be able to edit out the stuff and get it posted on YouTube. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to hang out here for a little bit and answer them. You're welcome, Brianna. That's all I have for you guys. If you guys have questions, please feel free to let me know. So I hope everyone has a great Wednesday, and I'll chat with you all soon.